Hi Aries, welcome to your weekly reading. This is for Aries, Sun, Rising, Venus. We'll be taking a look into the week ahead to see what messages need to come through for you guys, get some insight with some guidance, and overall see what's going on for Aries, Sun, Rising, Venus. For the next 7 days, what are the messages for Aries? Show me clearly. Any messages for Aries, Sun, Rising, Venus for the next 7 days, the week ahead? What do my Aries people need to know? Any insight, wisdom, guidance for Aries, please? Show me clearly. What do they need to know for the week ahead? We have Mintakan, and birthing of a new age. Interesting. All right. So let me just set this to the bottom or to the side, just to start off with little oracle messages. We have Mintakan, longing for home, belonging, and the original light workers. Very interesting. And then birthing of a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. So you may be someone who has like this extremely healing energy, or you're discovering your gifts, your abilities this week. And, you know, you could be an energy worker. You could also be a reader yourself, or into astrology, or some sort of healer in some sort of way. You might be studying the medical industry, or like, you know, herbology? I don't know, like, you know, medicine with herbs, or that kind of stuff might be like an interest for you, or that's something that maybe you are looking into this next week, or maybe someone around you is into that kind of stuff, and maybe I'm picking up on their energy. But this is really beautiful energy. There is something this week that is being birthed, or there is something new that is growing, or that you are expanding on, or that you're discovering, and it definitely has to do with your higher purpose. That's actually interesting, because at the bottom we have star seed. What lights you up? So you, Aries, you're a star seed, and you're here to do, like, you are here because you have certain missions to fulfill, your duty. And it's like whatever it is that you are beginning this week is going to be part of this plan, part of this whole bigger picture, okay? You have like very significant things that you're going to be doing in this lifetime. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you are someone who's young or someone who's older. Like, you are here. There are missions that you are going to be fulfilling. Your soul has a duty to do. And so something that you are birthing, it is bringing in, it has an effect on like this new world that we're seeing, you know, that we're seeing play out worldwide. We're seeing a lot of crazy shit going down these last few years. We're literally like experiencing a collective tower moment, except it's not just one tower moment. It's like one after another after another. Like, there is obviously like a big ass shift going on, and you, me, all of us were a part of it together, and you have a specific role to play, and that's what I'm seeing is playing out this week ahead. Is like there's something significant happening, and you may also be feeling like you're longing for like belonging, or longing for belonging longing for like family, longing for like your soul tribe, your people. You may feel like the people around you, or the people in your life, maybe don't understand you, or like, you know, they get you, and yeah, you may have good friends, family, best friends, love, but like for some reason there's like this sense of homesickness, even though you could be home, but yet you feel homesick. You know, that could be kind of the energy that you're feeling this week. Let's see, what else needs to come out for Aries, Sun, Rising, Venus for the next 7 days? What's going on for Aries? Thank you. Wow, we have the hummingbird, the lion, the whale, and the tarantula. Wow. Oh my goodness. And then we have the gazelle at the bottom of the deck. So there is definitely some major life purpose kind of energy coming through here, especially with the whale and the lion. This is like immense strength that you are in, that you carry, that you embody. You know, you've gone through a lot. You've gone through a lot of shit. You've gone through lots of lessons, and you carry such wisdom, such strength within you, Aries, and it shows. And, you know, you're not the kind of person to just like let your walls down for just anybody. You're very careful, very selective who you let into your space, who you let into your circle. And you're definitely questioning like your purpose, or questioning where you are in your journey, if you are happy with it, or if you're craving more. Some of you are realizing that where you've been, or the relationships that you're in, or the job, the career, the this, the that, insert something, isn't really fulfilling your wants, your desires. You're wanting something more meaningful. And the tarantula, well, this talks about a decision that you'll be making, and this decision is about your life path and your dharma, and like the reason why you're here, the soul missions that you have. And so the tarantula, it does bring you some sort of decision that's going to affect the path that you're on currently. If you're happy with where you are, then that's awesome, and you choose to stay there, awesome. But if you are unhappy, unsatisfied with where you're at, this is going to be the week where you can change that, or this is going to be the week where doors open for you, where you can go expand or explore or do things that you never even imagined that you would be doing. Like this week for you guys, it's going to be really interesting. But it all comes down to the choices that you make. There are going to be opportunities that present themselves to you, and you can turn them down. But you also have the free will to give it a chance or test the waters out. So I almost want to just say, like, be open-minded and take risks. Although it could be a little scary, a little bit uncomfortable, there's definitely new energy here. And if you're open-minded, you have no idea where this crazy world might just take you, okay? We also have the hummingbird coming out here, and the hummingbird is talking about needing to return to something that, keeps you grounded through all the changes that are going on worldwide, as well as on a solo individual level. Definitely find something that you can return to that replenishes you, that uplifts you, that grounds you, okay? Because you are going through some changes, and it can feel a little emotional at times, a little overwhelming at times. On the surface, Aries, you look unbothered, you look strong, you're really in your strength. You may also carry a Leo energy, or you could be dealing with a Leo, but I always see the lion as like Leo, right? Because that's their animal. But yeah, so on the surface, you look really like well put together, and like you're strong, and you don't break easily. But definitely on the inside, you're feeling very deep, you're feeling very sensitive. There's a lot going on emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. There's a lot of levels that you are experiencing these changes, change in perspective, change in mindsets. And that's why it's so important that you remain grounded and you return to the things that, nurture you, that keep you feeling at peace, at ease, okay? So just to keep that in mind for the week ahead. Let's pull some tarot messages as well. And also, at the bottom of the animal spirit deck, like I said, we have the gazelle, and that can be a very restless energy, just feeling very, a little anxious, nothing too crazy, but you might have moments where you're really in your head, or like I said, you might feel like homesick, and you're like, why do I feel this way? I'm literally home, or I'm literally like with my people, my partner, my friend, my family. Why do I feel so alone? You're going through a lot of changes. You could be going through some sort of awakening. You're going through a lot. So definitely take it easy on yourself. So any messages for Aries, Sun, Rising, Venus for the next 7 days? What's going on for Aries for the week ahead? Any messages for Aries, Sun, Rising, Venus for the next 7 days? Oh shit, look at here. What did I talk about? We're going through lots of tower moments, lots of changes, fuck, just ripping all the unsturdy foundations and tearing it down so that we can rebuild. But that's exactly what you're going through on an individual level as well with the tower, Scorpio energy. So best thing you can do, Aries, instead of resisting the change, instead of trying to hold on to what you used to know, let go, loosen the grip, surrender, and go with the change. Although it may not be what you wanted or what you were hoping for, this is leading towards something better than you can even imagine. But yeah, so there's definitely changes that you're going through. Knight of Swords, very quick, very unexpected, very abrupt. This could even be like messages coming through, or communication, or some sort of action that you're taking. We also have the Four of Pentacles coming out, messages for Aries for the next 7 days. messages for Aries, the Eight of Wands. Yeah, like literally the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Wands. There's a lot of fucking movement, and you're trying your best to like, you're holding on to control. You're trying so hard. You're holding on so tightly. You're like, fuck, like trying to avoid these changes, but it's inevitable and it's happening with or without you, and it's uncomfortable. It really is. It's like you're just being thrown into a volcano, you know? We have the Five of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. Some of you have experienced like drama or arguments or fallouts in your relationships or partnerships or friendships, family, in some sort of structure, in some sort of foundation. You may have experienced some sort of misunderstanding, or maybe you butt heads with somebody recently, right? And so now in the Hermit mode, right, Virgo energy, you're in Hermit mode. You're really just like reflecting a lot and trying to heal from that situation. So that could have happened recently. That could have happened, you know, when you've already listened to this, it's already happened, or like this week ahead, you may experience a little bit of tension in your connections in some relationships, right? Maybe taking things the wrong way, or someone's maybe being too insensitive, and you feel like, especially your energy with the Lion and the Whale, you're feeling very sensitive. You're going through a lot of changes, even just like I said, worldwide, there's a lot of shit going on. It's pretty scary. It's upsetting, especially if you know people who are involved, or if you have like family or friends who are involved or affected, right? Like there's a lot of shit going on across the world, and it can get super overwhelming and super like scary, right? And then we're like feeling homesick. We're like, oh my God, like I just want to go back to where I was before, you know, before all this shit was happening. Like, can't we go back to like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, or like before this life we lived? Like, where was my soul? What was I doing back then? I want to go back to that. Like, there's that sense of like longing for like safety and security and wanting to just like, so that makes sense why we have the Hermit out here. You guys are really just kind of in like this isolation. Like, I just need to go inward. I just need to protect my energy. I need to be like wrapped up in a blanket and like a little burrito. Like, that's the energy I feel for you guys. You guys need your support. You guys need your comforts. You definitely need your comforts, which is what the Gazelle mentions in this deck. It does mention like, okay, you're feeling a little restless, or maybe a lot. You're definitely needing your comforts this week, okay? So take it easy on yourself. Have your favorite comfort meal, you know? Cook yourself up something real cozy. I don't care if it's like some sort of soup or mashed potatoes, or like your favorite pasta, or like fucking, I don't know, chili or some shit. Like me naming my comfort foods, like hell yeah, you know, like really a cup of tea, like whatever. Really get your comforts, right? That's gonna keep you feeling just kind of, just take the edge off a little bit. Take the edge off a little. Yeah, you're going through some changes. You're really trying to hold on to what you used to know, trying to avoid the change, but change is inevitable. Is happening with or without you. Now, the positive is you can also expect changes regarding your manifestations and the things that you're trying to bring to fruition. Whatever it is that you're trying to attract or move towards, you can expect to see results from that quite soon. Lots of things are going to be picking up. So although you're going through a lot of changes and it's scary and it's uncomfortable, and yeah, you might experience, you know, a bit of negative shit just because of the Five of Swords. Like I said, maybe some fallouts or miscommunication in your relationships, your friendships, family, even romance, right? Maybe there's a little bit of arguing or bickering, or just again, like not really seeing eye to eye, or even like bluntness. With this Knight of Swords, this can sometimes represent like speaking without thinking, right? So definitely before you say anything, think before you speak. I'm not saying sugarcoat or like filter yourself, but just like, you know, I'm kind of picking up on the energy of like saying something and then immediately regretting it, or like sending a text message and they're like, fuck, why did I send that? You know, but that could also be not your energy, but someone who you're dealing with who could be in that. So try to just, you know, keep it cool, remain grounded. It's gonna be all right. Now, we will do a little bit of clarifying. I don't want to dig too much into these weekly reads, but I definitely would like to know like what these changes are, or give a little bit more context to what this tower could be talking about. Kind of the tower for Aries, Summer Rising Venus for the week ahead, the next 7 days, can you tell me about this tower moment for Aries, Sun Rising Venus for the week ahead? Now, this could just be like a sudden epiphany or realization. This could be some sort of change going on externally in your relationships, in your work, in certain environments, right? Like I said, this can apply to a couple things. Start the tower for Aries, Sun Rising Venus, Six of Swords trying to come out, so you will move past this. You definitely will move past this. Time at the tower for Aries, Sun Rising Venus for the week ahead. We have the Queen of Cups. Maybe your intuition was kind of sensing something was happening, or something was up, or something was coming. Like you had this kind of, I don't even know, I don't know. I don't have the word for it, but you had this sense of knowing like, ooh, I have a feeling like something's going to happen, or I'm feeling like something's off today. I'm feeling a little anxious. I don't know why. And then boom, something happens, or boom, you hear from this person, or boom, fallout, or, you know, something happens. You're like, fuck, I knew something was off. I had this sense of knowing like something was going to happen today, and it did. Like, you know, Queen of Cups, she's very, very intuitive, and that's kind of the energy. It's like you have this sense of like, I feel like this tower is going to come crashing down one way or another. So I'm going to try to like step out of the tower before it crumbles. Like, you know, kind of like having this sense of knowing before something happens. Time of the tower, for Aries, Sun Rising Venus. The Four of Pentacles. Yeah. It's the double confirmation for me. You guys trying to hold on. Like, no, like this doesn't have to fall apart. This is like you guys, like you're dropping a lot and you're trying to hold on to it. You're trying to catch what you're dropping, but like it's still falling out of your hands. Like, does that make sense? Like, it just feels like no matter what you try to do, I feel like you just got to get out of the way, Aries. Just get out of the way. I know you're trying your best to like keep it all together, but like just get out of the way. That's what I want to say. Tell me about the tower for Aries, Sun Rising Venus for the week ahead. The Seven of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles reversed, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, there's like some confusion. You're feeling overwhelmed. You're like, what am I gonna do? I'm trying my best to control the situation, but it's like no matter what I do, I can't change the outcome, right? This is out of your control. This tower that's crashing down is out of your control, and it has you feeling insecure as fuck because you can't change this. You can't stop this tower from crashing down for whatever reason. And I feel with the King of Pentacles coming out here, you really need to remain grounded and patient with yourself. And I feel like there's you'll find a way to move past this or to move through this. Remember, when I was shuffling the deck, Six of Swords did try to come out, and I said, okay, well, you will obviously be moving past this. At first, initially, when the tower crashes, you're like, shit, what do we do about this? But I feel like your intuition will help guide you to react, to move accordingly after this happens, okay? All right, let's take a look into the Eight of Wands for Aries, Sun Rising Venus for the week ahead. All right, so you're definitely, like I said, manifesting multiple opportunities. Eight of Wands for Aries, Sun Rising Venus for the week ahead. What can Aries expect? Any insight, wisdom, guidance regarding this Eight of Wands energy for Aries for the week ahead? We got the Alchemist, like I said, manifesting the best possible outcome. So although this tower is crashing down, it's out of your control, it's scary, it's uncomfortable, you're really needing to practice surrendering and just having ultimate faith, ultimate trust. But know that you are literally in this magician energy, this alchemist energy, where you can manifest the best possible outcome. So although initially it's like, shit, I didn't prepare for this, I didn't plan for this. Similar message, I think, that came through for Libra in their March reading. If you have any Libra placements, they are your counterpart. You didn't plan for this change. You didn't plan for this tower to come crashing down. You know, it wasn't what you were hoping for. But the positive is that you have ultimate control over how you can react to this and how you can move forward from this. We have the Devil reversed and the Eight of Swords reversed. So for some, this tower that's crashing down is actually freeing you from some sort of toxicity or some sort of negativity that was in your life. Okay. All right. Anything else regarding the Eight of Wands for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? We have Capricorn energy coming out as well as some air. Anything else regarding this Eight of Wands for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead, the next 7 days? Anything else regarding this Eight of Wands energy? Thank you. The Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so there's the opportunity here. There's the opportunity coming out. Eight of Wands, the Magician, and the Page of Pentacles, where you're actually going to be coming out a winner here. And you're also, like, manifesting a way out of some sort of toxic situation. All right, you're freeing yourself from something that was keeping you stuck, whether this was just like internally your own thoughts, fears, worries, doubts, concerns that were holding you back, your own mindsets, beliefs, or if this was like an actual relationship or environment. I'm seeing that you guys this week, you're making the decision to break away, or like something is finally happening where you have a way out of this and you're free from this. Right? And maybe this is something that you've been manifesting, but you didn't know when it was coming in, or like you were just kind of like crossing your fingers and hoping and praying, and finally it's here, or finally there's a way out. Yeah. And at the bottom we have Justice. So maybe if you're dealing with legal matters, there's good news coming through. We also have the Two of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So it does look like you have a decision about a relationship. We have the Seven of Pentacles reversed though. So if you have a choice about some sort of relationship, let's say like, let's go back to that Devil reversed with the Eight of Swords. Some of you are freeing yourself from some sort of toxic relationship, or there's finally a way out to cut this person out of your life, or to, you know, whatever you got to do, right? But I'm seeing here, so the Two of Wands with the Ace of Cups, you have a choice about some sort of a relationship, or it's like you have an emotional decision to make, and you really need to pay attention to the lessons that you learn. And I'm kind of getting the energy like, although this is an emotional decision, or you're feeling emotional about this decision, you really have to make a logic-based decision, okay? It's head over heart, and that's going to be hard because you're going to want to go with your feelings. You're going to want to follow your heart, but logically, you know the reality of the situation, you see it for what it is. And with the Seven of Pentacles reverse and Justice, I'm seeing you've learned your lesson and you're no longer investing your energy in this situation, in this relationship. You're making the decision to, like I said, free yourself from something that was toxic or negative in your life, or something that was very unhealthy. You know, if this is regarding a relationship of some sort, it could have been very toxic, very damaging, very controlling. You could have been dealing with some sort of abuse, emotional, physical, spiritual, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, whatever. But like, again, staying in the situation, staying in this environment was just doing more damage than good. And so I'm seeing, like you're making the choice, or it's looking like whoever I'm talking to, you got your free will. You're making the decision to free yourself, detach from this. Something that maybe you had a hard time with letting go or freeing yourself from, right? Maybe you're really holding on to this, but now it's like, it's clear as day, like you can't keep this in your life any longer. You can't stay in this situation any longer, this relationship any longer. So you're making the decision to call it quits or to leave something behind. All right. So I think we're going to leave your reading here, Aries. Very intense. There are a lot of shifts, a lot of changes. You're going to be all right. You're actually going to be better than all right. You're going to be really good. It just kind of feels a little chaotic, a little stressful. That's why it's important you stay grounded. You return to the things that keep you sane. All right. You definitely have some major choices to make that will affect your life purpose, or like your destiny in a way. So just really rely on your inner compass, rely on your intuition, and know your worth, know your value. Do not tolerate or settle for less. Okay, Aries, we're going to leave your reading here. I hope you found this helpful and insightful. If you did, let me know in the comments below. If you want to follow me over on my other social media, I do have Instagram and TikTok, both at Jadestone Tarot, so you can find me over there, and I'll let you go. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.